traditions of which, unfortunately, we have only late records, make him a native of Shiz, the capital of Atropatene. Atropatene? Is that how you say it? And Shiz is the fire temple of Ezerksh, most celebrated of the Pyra'a of the Magi in the days of the fire worship. Well, the worshiping around the fire, they didn't worship the fire. The kings always came on foot upon pilgrimage. The temple of Ezerksh is ascribed to Zarathustra, the founder of the Magian religion, who, were it said, from Shiz to the mountain of Sebilon, and after remaining there some time in retirement, returned with the Zend Avesta, which, although written in the old Persian language, could not be understood without a commentary. After this, he declared himself to be a prophet. Well, we can say that this would have indicated that they already realized that the period for what they have the references of this religion is, not, Zarathustra must have been earlier. And they can't really speak of a period of the religion before, when the language was contemporary. Well, I'm not articulating that too well, but so we read in the Bundahis that Zarathustra founded his religion by offering a sacrifice in Iran Veg, Aryanum Vago, the Aryan lands, both Persian, as I'm saying, I'm grouping more than what people call Persian, but the race that included the Persian Empire, and the Hindus, those 5 tribes, so 5 tribes and 1 tribes, they had their origin in this Aryanum Vago, Iran Veg, Although this detail referred originally to the mythical character of Zoroaster, and Iran Veg was primitively no real country, yet, as it was afterwards identified with the basin of the Aras, Vangohi, Daitya, this identification is a proof that the cradle of the new religion was looked for on the banks of the Aras. In the Avesta itself, we read that Zoroaster was born and received a law from Ormazd on a mountain by the river Darega. And perhaps this is only a small part of the Avesta that he received like that. Or perhaps you can kind of interpret it like what they say about Muhammad is he wasn't able to learn the scripture all at once, but it descended, you could say. So it's actually a thing that occurs elsewhere too, but a name which strikingly reminds one of the modern Dara River, which falls from the Sepilan Mount into the Aras, to decide which of the 2 places, Ra'e or Atropatene, had the better claim to be called the native place of Zoroaster is of course impossible. Well, perhaps these were missionary stops on the way, so it could be neither. The conflict of the 2 traditions must be interpreted as an indication that both places were important seats of the Magian worship, that both traditions may rely on. The Avesta is perhaps a sign that the Avesta contains 2 series of documents, the one emanating from the Magi of Raga and the other from the Magi of Atropatene. Which of the 2 places had the older claim is also a question hardly to be settled in the present state of our knowledge. Still, if we follow the direction of the Zoroastrian legend, Magism must have spread from west to east, from Atropatene to Raga, from Raga to Bactria, and Atropatene must have been the first cradle of Mazdaism. Its very name points to its sacred character. Oriental writers, starting from the modern form of the name, Adarbegon, interpret it as the seed of fire, with an allusion to the numerous fire springs to be found there. Modern scholars have generally found the historical etymology given by Strabo, who states that, after the death of Alexander the satrap, Atropates made himself an independent sovereign in his satrapy, which was named after him, Atropatene. This looks like a Greek etymology, scarcely more to be trusted than the etymology of Ragai from Rugnumi, and it's hardly to be believed that the land should have lost its former name to take a new one from its king. It was not a newfangled geographical division like Lotharinga, and had lived a life of its own for a long time before. Its name, Atara Patakan, seems to mean the land of the descent of fire, and it was there that the fire came down from heaven.